All right. So last thing I want to talk to you since you're on the podcast, and we're gonna jump into here. Let's talk about this. So Dan moved to Hawaii. I guess I don't even know how long ago now.
About 6 years ago.
6 years ago. Yeah. And so Dan, I knew was a big poker player. One of the only guys that I knew that could survive playing 1-2 for like 2 years on one bankroll, which was just insane at the time.
I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah, what's that?
I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah, I did like, it's...
I started off with a small bankroll
1-3 or whatever it is. Yeah, and people
yeah.
would say, it's impossible to live and grind off of like low limits, and this dude did it for 2 years.
It's difficult, but it is possible.
But
yeah,
he did it.
I can
And
attest to
so
that.
I knew he was moving to Hawaii with his family, and I was like, well, there's no casinos out there, man. Like, I knew you had some other side stuff going on. You're going to make some cash doing some like work out there, but... I was like, what's going on? So I want to hear a little bit kind of like about the Hawaii poker scene. Like, because I know there's no casinos, but we know you can find a poker game if you look for it. Anywhere you go, you can find
anywhere. Anywhere you go.
So what's going on in like the Hawaii? Like, what is happening out there? Like, how did you find a game? Like, first, let's start with that. How did you first find a game out there in Hawaii?
Network.
Just started to ask?
That's it. You just got to meet people, It's like anywhere you go. If you move somewhere else, you got to meet new friends and meet new people and, find common interests. And a lot of the guys that I found just happen to be involved in poker a little bit too. And
now, was it like just poker games, or were they like underground casinos, or like what was the action like there? Or was it just like home games, or what was the kind of poker games going on?
I plead the fifth.
The fifth. Send them in, guys. Send them in. We got them.
No. There's a bit of all that.
Okay.
But there's plenty of home games. You just got to get in with the right people. I was in a pretty good game. It was once a week. Good sized tournament. Usually like 2 tables. Nice fat roll at the end of it. But there's casinos too, but you're taking a risk.
That's my next question. Like, the local authorities really
not legal casinos.
Okay,
no.
so not legal advice we're giving out here. This is for entertainment only.
Yeah.
But we're not telling you to go I want to make that clear. We're not telling you to go gamble illegally in Hawaii. If they can't do it, you can't do it. So I'm just asking from perspective of someone that lived there, what happened. I'm not advising anyone to go do this at all. I want to make that very clear. Legal authorities out there, were they busting down games? Was it like...
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. There's game houses, stuff like that kind of all over. They get busted constantly.
So it's tough,
man.
And
it's risky, People know about them. They get held up. The cops bust them. So, the games that are being raked, you're taking a big risk.
Okay.
Yeah, you're taking a risk. So I kind of stuck to the little home games. It was all legal. No rake. Just kind of game of skill played amongst friends sort of thing.
Okay. Yeah, because I was wondering. I mean, I think it was Doyle that said it's like back in the day when he was playing, on the road a lot as a road gambler. He said, winning was the easy part. It was like avoiding authorities and avoiding getting robbed and avoiding getting your money owed to you. Like, that was the hardest part, he kind of said back in the day. And so Hawaii, what's funny about Hawaii is, like, it's weird because it's such a touristy place that you would feel like they would have a casino there by now. Like, what's the environment? Like, is there a reason behind that? Do you know?
I think just in general, there is a poverty on the island. There's it's hard to make it there. Yeah. Honestly, What it's kind of set up for these days are tourists coming in with a lot of money, just kind of feeding money into the economy. It's a beautiful area, but sadly, a lot of the people who live there kind of live in poverty, So I feel like that would be pretty detrimental to open a casino in an area where a lot of people are already kind of struggling.
Yeah.
At least that's my takeaway.
Yeah, I would think in the at least in the most touristy areas, you think they would have some kind of like gambling there, to kind of get the tourists.
Oh, they do. They do, but again, it's not it's not what you would call legal. Yeah. But yeah, it is available. You just gotta watch it, man. You gotta watch your ass if you're gonna go into those places.
Did you have any crazy stories like when you were there? Any games get robbed or anything like that?
Nothing. I was in because again, I was
Danny badass. I fuck everybody up. They know not to mess with Dabble Down Danny.
Yeah. No. Like I was saying, I kind of stuck to the home games where it was just, like I said, played amongst friends. There was no rake.
Yes.
But I've heard of it plenty of times. Games getting stuck up. Word got out to too many people. So, but that's anywhere you go. You got a game like that. The word's gonna get out. You're gonna get in trouble, or you're gonna get robbed, something like that. So, I tried to stick to the safe ones.
Yeah. I mean, because I knew that. So, I mean, I know, and again, there's no online poker there. I mean, unless you're playing like global poker or like one of those like online like sweep sites or something like that. But there's no like regulated sites there. So it was like.
Online gambling is not legal there.
Yeah, so Hawaii just doesn't have a lot. But see, I think, I don't know. I look at both sides of it. You got the illegal stuff going on anyway, so why not regulate it, right? Like, why not bring it to the forefront, take out that shady element. If it's happening, it's going to happen. So maybe not do it as mainstream, but, some kind of poker room that's at least regulated. Like, even if they do a charity poker room where some of the money has to go to the state or the country or whatever they're going to do out there.
Yeah. There's always two ways to look at it,
Yeah.
You take the criminal element out, you create jobs.
Yeah.
Tax revenue for the state.
But you're taking away from
the second side,
poor people.
The people that probably shouldn't be gambling.
Yeah.
They're going to be, creating problems for themselves and it's tough.
Yeah,
it's
for
tough.
Sure.
Two ways to look at it.
But how the poker culture out there? Is there like a lot of people like talking poker? Is it?
Good amount. At least the boys that I was buddies with out there. Yeah, plenty of them talk about it. Just about everybody has plans within the next year to go to Vegas. Like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty similar to Jersey.
Yeah. Everyone's talking about going. It's just a matter of actually making it there.
Yeah.
But. That's cool, man, that you got at least found action every week and you were able to keep up with some, some regulars out there and kind of play, because, I mean, off the top of the head, there's no, like, famous Hawaiian poker player that I know. So maybe you could be the first if you make a name. And make a name.
Maybe. I got another couple tournaments ahead of me. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
We got time.
That's cool, man. So, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about Hawaii poker. I wanted to check in with you, so that's cool. And maybe we'll talk. I know you just moved to Colorado, so maybe on a future episode, you could tell me next time you come back, maybe some of the world of Colorado. We'll dig a little deeper into what's happening out there, and because they do have legal casinos and poker rooms.
Yep.
And
yep. Not all of them have poker though.
Yeah.
There's a choice few.
Yeah. So I maybe even if I take a trip out there and we'll do a whole review and a whole video on it. That would be kind of cool.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So something
I'm about an hour away.
Yeah. Something to think about in the future. It might be a future road trip because, like I said, I just went to Pittsburgh. I've done a couple. Went to New Hampshire last year. I've done Florida. So I've traveled a lot as well for poker. But maybe we'll have to do. Like our good old days making the Atlantic City runs that we used to make. And
that's kind of what it's like out there now.
Yeah.
We'd have to drive an hour to AC. Yeah, that's what it is now. I got to drive an hour out west into the mountains to the old cowboy casinos.
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna be honest, man. I was a little sad when I heard that you came home and then you were gonna move back to Colorado. I was a little sad because I was like, because you were like my gambling buddy, man. Like you're one of my like trusted crew, because like we lived together at one point. Obviously, we won't get into that story because that's a whole other podcast. We'll end up pissing off a lot of people talking about those.
The old Sakali whorehouse. I'm just kidding. Everybody.
We practice religion every day, and we just were peaceful. Yeah. Anyway, but
church,
no, I was a little
church
sad.
companions on Sunday.
I was a little sad. I was like, man, he's moving to Colorado. I was looking forward to maybe like hitting some tournament circuit around here and stuff, But now I got an outlet in Colorado, so hopefully I can get out there and we can,
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah, I'd love to have you out there.
We gotta
take you around and,
yeah.
You could write something up about it.
Dan Jans, where can we find? Wait, do you have any social media right now? You're like sometimes it
goes.
No.
Where?
Instagram.
I go spirits sometimes. Yeah,
I know.
No. I'm on Instagram.
What's can we throw out your name out there if anyone wants to follow? Do you know it? Dan's
Chiefy Geronimo.
Chiefy Geronimo.
Yeah. I'm not super active on it, but yeah, that's my Instagram and Facebook.
If you guys are ever in Colorado or you want to learn about Hawaii poker or anything else like that, contact him. Follow him on Instagram, Chiefy Geronimo.
Yeah.
And thanks, dude, for hanging out, man. It was good seeing you. I know we're gonna play some cards actually tonight after this podcast, so we're looking forward to. And a lot of people don't know you're coming tonight, so it's a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah. Surprise all the boys. Yeah, it'll be good. Yeah.
We got our poker league tonight, so Danny's gonna be jumping in, filling in for one of the guys, and not everyone knows, so it's gonna be a little bit of a comeback special for Danny.
Yeah, it'll be exciting, man. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, thank you. Guys, following at home, thank you guys for following. Make sure you, follow our Patreon, patreon.com/Nerdthusiast. Supports the channel. We do some bonus footage, and we have some bonus Danny footage in there as well, so you can go check that out. Also, make sure you follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Everywhere Nerdthusiast can be found on social media. We have exclusive content going up literally every day, including the blog. We have multiple issues a week going on, nerdthusiast.com. Make sure you follow, subscribe to the podcast, and Brian, Not the Man Keen, will be on our next podcast. He'll be back in action. He's got his life together, and he's got some crazy stories coming as well, so be prepared for that.
Yeah, Brian.
All right, guys. Thank you. BetMGM, thank you guys for the stuff as well, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.